Welcome back to Bloody Good Chats, where for the next 20 to 30 minutes, you're our best friend. So sit back, relax, and let's have a bloody good time.
Period. Ayo.
Cycle check-in. Go, Eliza.
I'm cycle day 6. My bleed was so fucking good. Like, so chill, so easy, very crimson red, like it just ticked all the boxes. So really proud of my body. And I definitely think I've come slower out of my menstrual phase than usual. I feel like usually by day 3 I'm like ready to go, but I think it's just because I'm in a busy season of life. So even though I was bleeding, I've been moving around, I've been doing landscaping, I've been doing this, that, the other, running around the house, like trying to set things up. So it wasn't my usual like do nothing, not nothing, but like slow down period. So I think that my inner winter is kind of just still there. But I'm getting those glimpses of my inner spring coming around, so I'm excited.
I love that. I love that. I was thinking about recently how Eliza and I have gone from like our lives being so exactly the same to so different. Like you're landscaping in the house that you're going to have children in with your partner, and I'm like living with my friend in Bali. I'm like, this is so rogue. And like, but that has happened in like at the blink of an eye. Like we've gone from living together in the same house that we've been in for a year. Previously to that, we were in another house for another year, and previously to that, we were traveling together, and now it's just like completely different.
It's so weird though, because someone asked me, they're like, oh my god, do you just miss Maya so much? And not that I don't miss you, but I'm like, feel like we were living together, but we weren't like in each other's pockets. Like I think the most time that we spent together was when we're like watching Love Island.
Yeah. And maybe like, that's why, because you know what, we would always say life's so much better when Love Island's on. And maybe that was why, because we were just hanging out all the time.
That's really cute.
But no, I think so true.
Yeah, it is crazy. We're literally at opposite sides now, but I love that though.
Yeah, so good. There's probably a bit more diversity in these conversations and stuff like that. People were probably like getting a bit bored of like, oh, they just fucking live together. They probably just kiss each other all day. No wonder we're getting lesbian allegations.
Okay, where are you at in your cycle?
I'm cycle day 24 today. Which is probably like, I reckon I'm a day away from getting my period. I'm usually like a 25, 26 day cycle. And I'm feeling it. I was just saying to Eliza, I was like, I just can't be fucked to work out. Like, I feel like I need to, but then I'm just like, I just prefer to lie on the couch. And I'm trying to just be like, okay with that.
No, but you're basically in a 24/7 sauna as well. So you're working out. It's so humid.
Yeah, I needed to hear that.
Go to the sauna anyway. That would be nice. Or just even a massage.
Well, because I got a lymphatic massage the other day, and my boobs like grow in my luteal phase. Like they're so much bigger, and she's like massaging me, and I'm just like, this poor woman, there's so much boob here right now. She's like having to like lift up my tits, like get under my stomach.
I love that. So good. You should, I feel like that's like very, like lymphatic is way more like up in your grill. But you should go get one before you bleed. When are you home as well? I need to put that in my diary.
Let's not maybe say like the time and the airline I'm on the podcast that's out to the public.
Everyone come to the airport.
Guys, that would be so
funny. Go book one, please. Like I'll actually be not your friend if you don't go and book one at that.
Okay, well, why don't you pay for it or can I put it on the business card? It can be
a business expense. Anyway. Fucking we digress. Jesus. Maybe we should just wrap this episode here and it's just a catch up. I'll do a brief overview and we can just snapshot and then go back to catching up, because in all honesty, there's not that much to dive into. But we were going to do a little episode on the power of your menstrual blood. And the reason we wanted to do an episode on this is because I think that menstrual blood has been something that for so many years we have been taught to feel ashamed of or hide or think that it's dirty and gross. And there's actually been a few studies that are telling us otherwise. I actually did a sister scoop on this, but there was a doctor, her name is Gemma Evans, and she's from Melbourne, Australia. Whoa. Represent. And she wanted to study menstrual blood because she was kind of like amazed at the fact that we bleed on average 450 times over our lifetime, and our womb can repair itself, so shed its the uterine lining. So womb sheds its lining and then is able to repair itself 450 times with pretty much no scarring, which is crazy. Like no other body part would be able to do that. So that's why she was like, I kind of want to like explore this and see what's going on there. And so they did some tests with some period blood, so that they actually took the plasma out of the period blood. So they segregated it, as you would as if ever you guys have done like a blood donation, you can do like a plasma donation. So similar vibes to that. And they put it on some wounds. So the wounds that had the period blood healed 100% in 24 hours versus normal blood plasma, the wound only healed 40%, which is
crazy.
honestly insane. We are so magical and witchy. And that was kind of the essence of what we really wanted to talk about. We also had some notes about some previous cultural things, like people would put it on their plants, and there's been stories that women farmers were better back in the day than male farmers, and the secret source was them pouring their menstrual blood on their crops, which is really, really cool.
That gives me goosebumps. I love that.
Yeah, the next time you bleed, maybe get a little bit more curious. And also, we just want you to have a bit more of an appreciation and understand it's not dirty, it's not gross, it's something that's really, really powerful. And I think that there's going to be more and more and more and more of those studies that come out as just how powerful it is. And yeah, put it on your plants. We had to put it on our face for our like initiation into our coaching program, which I did not do, but I know Maya did. And you actually really liked it.
I did.
And your skin was clear.
Yeah, I felt like it made my skin really soft, and I continued to do it for a little bit after that. But now, because I use period undies and I don't really enjoy putting things up there, what I'm going to do instead is soak my period undies in like a bucket. And then pour that over my plants.
Yes.
Because I remember someone came over to like this was like 4 houses ago. Someone came over to my house and they're like, wow, your plants like are thriving. And I was like, in my head, I was like, if only you knew.
Yeah. And the reason that is, guys, is because it has potassium and a few other minerals in it that are very similar to what you find in like fertilizer that you pay for. So pretty interesting. Kind of makes sense as well, because that's an area where life grows. So it makes sense that the blood that is shed from that area also helps grow other life and heal other life, which is like our skin or plants. So anyway, that was kind of like a little snapshot of the episode. So we can go back to chit chat.
Yeah, honestly. And I feel like that was pretty much it in a nutshell. So I'm glad that we are having a good chin wag instead. You guys can just be here for Eliza and I's catch up, because we've got stuff to catch up on. We haven't spoken in 12 hours. So it's been a long time in between conversations.
I know. What's your like coffee's been like in Bali?
The coffees have been good. They have been really good.
Oh my god, why you should talk about your human design.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to find a way to like turn the conversation back to me.
Yeah. Talk away. Is that one of your human design things? Likes talking about herself?
You know what's so funny is that
what are you? Because isn't it like you're an ultimate manifestor or something like that?
I'm a generator.
A generator. Okay.
Yeah. So guys,
should I do mine live on the call? That'd be so funny.
You so should. So I've done my human design previously, but I haven't really dived into it as much as I did the other night. When I was with my friend who has a daughter who has like a similar birthday to me. Like she's called Maya, I'm called Maya, and we're both Aries. And anyway, that's just kind of the joke. And then she was like, wow, we should do a human design. So we did my human design. Anyway, the biggest thing, I think I'll just go with one standout. So this made me feel really a lot better about myself. It felt like I was like, oh, I just know myself. Or not even that. I just felt more like accepting of myself when I learned this. So I learned that I am much more of a kind of passive person. I'm someone who will wait for opportunity to find me, and then I will take action. I don't go out and seek externally for things to put myself into, new places, new people. I will always wait for things to come to me. And I think for so long I want to be this person who's like, you know, like Eliza and I run 2 businesses and like I'm always like doing all these things. But in reality, I'm not. Like, if anything, it's like Eliza will have these ideas and bring them to me, but I'm good at maintaining them. And I'll give myself that. Like, I can like make things last in the long term and like make them sustainable. And I'm good at like really having like solid foundations with things. So when I heard this,
that's why you're such a good friend.
Oh, thank you. And when I heard this in my human design, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense, because I'm, you know, like even in a social scenario, I'm not really one to go over to someone and be like, hey, I'm Maya, like, what's your name? I'll always wait for someone to come to me, and then I'm very open and like I'll have a chat with you, and like we'll go from there. So she even said that in like romantic scenarios too, it's like I can never be a chaser. I've got to have someone to come to me first, and then I'm very much more likely to react based off emotion, which can sometimes take a bit of time for me to become clear with that, which is funny because I feel like that's definitely a thing for me. Like,
what does that mean by like react on emotion?
So like, instead of, you know how people can like feel it in their body and they're like, oh no, like that doesn't feel good in my body. Or like mentally you're like, nah, that's not, like logically I'm like, no. But like emotionally, I'm like an emotional actioner. But for me, sometimes it takes me a while to get clarity on what I'm feeling and my emotions. So that's why sometimes with my love life, I feel like it fucking drags on for so long. And then at the end, I'm like, oh, that was not for me. How did I not see that? But it's because it emotionally takes me a bit of time to get there. And then I gain clarity and then I action it. Which I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait to do mine. That's so interesting. But yeah, I think it's like these things are so important, because like understanding these things, because I feel as though then it makes you sit back and realize, like, when you look at someone else and you compare yourself to someone else, you're like, oh, I wish I was those things. But then when you can recognize what you are and how you fit into the world, you're like, well, if everyone was like that person that I wanted to be, for example, you saying you wish you were, you know, I was outgoing and getting the things, nothing would sustain. And there would just be so many people that were just doing new things, and nothing would be like built, you know, there would just be unfinished business everywhere across the world. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you understand these things, you're like, well, the world needs me. Like they need people like me, and this is how I fit in, and this is how I can contribute. And then also it's awesome because you can like now in business and also in life, but in business you can be like, this is what I bring to the table. Like if you guys want to do the ideas, like I can continue doing this day in, day out. Like I'm fine with that. I love, you know, just getting up and doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like I definitely, I know that I'll be something opposite of that.
I know, I'm like, and that's what's so good.
I'm like,
too.
I want the new thing.
Yes.
I'm like, I've learned, and I feel like I absorb everything that I need, and then I like just drop it, and I'm like, let's go. I just need to continue absorbing. So I'm excited to see what mine is.
I think it'll definitely be something similar to, so like the girl that I'm living with at the moment, she asked me to describe her in like one word, and I was like, in the nicest way possible, I said, you're a bulldozer. Like you just don't let anything get in your fucking way and you go for it. And I love that. And I think you'd be something very similar. Like if you see like a shiny thing in the distance, you're like, that's mine, I'm going for it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm just like, I'm here to catch you if you fall.
I love that. But that would be so useful now for your dating.
Yes, I thought so too. Well, it could also bite me in the bum too, because then I might be overanalyzing, and because it does take me a while to kind of become clear with my emotions, I don't know if I'll be like questioning things too soon.
But then maybe as well, like if you know that, you can lean on other people like what you trust and be like, hey, am I not seeing this clearly right now?
Yeah.
You know, and then because you might be like, fuck, like it takes me a while and I don't want to like go through that, or maybe that's just how it's supposed to be with you, you know what I mean?
I was thinking, I was like, all my fucking friends must be delusional as me, because every time I say, am I not seeing something, everyone's like, no, this is amazing, and then it doesn't.
But I also think like this is where, again, coming back to Love Island, guys, but I think it is hard as friends to see, because we're obviously, as a friend, you're only hearing what your friend is saying to you. So it's not like you get to sit down with the guy. And like, obviously, if you got to sit down with the guy and be like, hey, like, what are you thinking about this situation? If they're like, oh, I'm not really into it, then obviously we would be like, don't do that. But, you know, like, it's like, I don't know, you're only hearing, unless you're seeing the messages, then I'm like, then I can get a good gauge. I feel.
Yeah. But you're also like my hypest hype queen too.
Aww.
Like I remember one time, like my most recent, it wasn't even a dating, it was like just my most recent like excitement. I remember I said to Eliza, I was like, oh, I've just had this guy reach out to me, and like I told her the story, and Eliza was like, oh my gosh, Maya, this is perfect. Are you kidding? And I've got like a really weird thing with teeth. Like I love crooked teeth, and he had crooked teeth. And Eliza's like, he's got the crooked teeth that you were talking about. This is your guy, Maya. Literally look at him, like that's your person. And then it doesn't work out the way. And I'm like, no, but Eliza said it was gonna work. So maybe I'll do a sister scoop on that.
Yes.
I'm just low-key scared he's subscribed to our email list.
Yeah, just I think let it settle. Wonder if like maybe then you need a guy that like, do you think you like that adventure? It's just that you don't want to think about it. Like, do you need someone that's like, I mean, similar to Jesse, where he's like, I've booked it, it's booked, it's done, we're going, you know?
You know what? I was
Or does that freak you out?
No, I really love that because I don't action anything. Like I'm very much like, I feel like there's things that I want to do. But unless it kind of comes to me, I don't really like take that extra step to do them. Yeah. And I was even watching, I was sitting at the front of a cafe yesterday, and I was figuring out how much money I needed to pay for my food and trying to book my Gojek at the same time and thinking about where I'm going next. And then I looked up and there was just this like beautiful couple, and it was this guy getting his motorbike ready. The lady just hopped on the back and they like drove off. And I was like, I wish I had someone right now who was just like, I've paid for the food, the motorbike's ready, go to the toilet, do what you need to do, and I'll sort out everything. And then I can
it's all like, under control.
And I can just flitter around and have my eyes closed. It's all under control. That would be ideal.
We're manifesting that.
Yes, my word for casting spells. Because like even with like my guy friends, I remember we went to Byron for Jesse's birthday, and me and Josh, one of my mates, went and got like brekkie and stuff, and he was holding my bag. And I was just like, oh, and then like even crossing the road, I like just didn't even look. I was like, he's got it. Yeah. Next minute, I get hit by a car.
This morning on the way, I was driving to catch up with a friend for coffee, and it was I saw the cutest encounter. It was like these two cyclists, and like one of their tires was flat. So they were pulled over like on a footpath, like chaining the tire, and they were kind of like bent over. And it was a man and a woman, and the man was like picking up the tire to like fix his girlfriend's bike thing, and then he like kind of like swooped in underneath her and just started making out with her, and they were just like, it was so cute though. Like I was like, wow, it was like 7 a.m. in the morning, you know what I mean? Like it was just not something he was like, it was a stressful situation, you know, and he was just like, I think he made it so beautiful where he was like, I've got you, like it's fine. Like it was so cute. I was like, oh my God.
Maybe I need to be a damsel in distress with a flat tire on the side of the road. Someone kiss me. But also, guys, if you're in like a, I suppose even if you're in a relationship or you're like Eliza and I and you have a business partner, I think it'll be really cool to get both of our human designs and get AI to kind of like analyze them together as well. I know for us, like I'm quite like hypothetical, and I feel like sometimes if I have an idea, it makes sense in my head, and then I try to verbalize it, and because Eliza receives it in a logical way, it's like we've just kind of like missed each other. And then sometimes I feel like our conversations are just like, it's like we're talking about the same thing in different ways. And Eliza and I always do this thing where we're like, we're doing it again, where we're like talking about the same thing, but we're just talking about it in completely different ways, because that's how we like retain information and then verbalize it, which is so interesting.
So interesting.
And it definitely helps, because I feel like I would just, if I didn't know that about you, it would just make me frustrated. But instead it's like, no, I know that this is how your brain works. Save all your friendships, save your relationships, go and look at your human design. This has been the most rogue recording, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I feel like it's been like a friend chin wag. So I feel like it's nice to just pop in your ears and just This is how we
Yeah.
talk, guys. This
Yeah.
is literally, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, hopefully this episode was a bit more of a fun, lighthearted one. Go do your human design. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, rate the show. It really helps us out. Share it with a friend. And we can't wait to be back in your ears next week.
Love you guys.
Bye.